Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the structure of an egg. The egg cell is the largest cell of human body. It measures 0.15 to 0.22 millimeter in length and is just visible through the naked eyes. It is also the roundest cell and it is almost perfectly round. The structure of an egg, first of all, it is having nucleus. Nucleus contains most of the genetic material in the form of chromosomes. This is where the genes are situated. An egg, like a sperm, contains half the number of chromosomes as a normal cell, that is 23 each. So, once an egg and sperm combine during fertilization, the resulting embryo will have the normal 46 chromosomes in total. The next is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a gel-like structure that holds all the cells, other internal structures called organelles. It is in the cytoplasm that all the cell's activities takes place to keep it alive and functioning properly. Amongst the more important organelles are structures called mitochondria, which supplies most of the energy to the cell. The next is the zona pellucida, which is the egg wall. It is an outer membrane of the egg. This structure helps the sperm to enter the egg through its hard outer layer. The egg wall hardens with the age, the reason that an egg does not fertilize. Assisted hatching is a process whereby small openings are created using various techniques, mechanical, chemical, or laser techniques, on the egg wall, allowing the developing cluster of cells to hatch. Without this opening, they would not be open to break out of their tough shell, and implantation of a pregnancy would not occur. The next is the corona radiata. The corona radiata surrounds an egg and consists of 2 or 3 layers of cells from the follicle. They are attached to the zona pellucida, the outer protective layer of the egg, and their main purpose is to supply vital proteins to the cell. Now, the next is how big is the human egg? The human egg or ovum is one of the largest cell in the human body. It is very small and measures approximately 2 millimeter, means 1.2 centimeter long in diameter. Donor patient needs 9 eggs to reach millimeter in length, and if a person laid 100 of them side by side, they would sit on a line just 12 millimeter, means 1.2 centimeter long. How are eggs produced? Eggs are produced in ovaries, which are normally situated towards the back of a woman's abdomen below the kidney. The eggs develop from the tiny cells inside the ovaries, going through various stages of development known as oogenesis until they are released once a month during ovulation. Usually, each ovary each ovary takes turns releasing eggs every month. However, if one ovary is sent or functional, then the other ovary continues to provide eggs to be released. Now, I will tell you about how many eggs are present in an ovary. A woman is born with approx 500,000 potential eggs or follicles in each ovary. From birth onwards, she will not produce any more. In fact, the number of eggs will steadily decline over her lifetime and be absorbed back into the body in a process known as atresia. By the time a woman reaches puberty, the million original follicles will have reduced to roughly 300,000. They will continue to decline right through until the menopause. With each menstrual cycle, a dominant follicle will recruit a potentially mature egg, which is then released into the fallopian tube during ovulation. Given an average span of 40 years between puberty and menopause, with one egg being released per month, only 400 to 500 eggs in total will actually be released. By the time a woman reaches the menopause, few or no follicle remains. Any that do are unlikely to mature and become viable eggs because the hormonal changes that happens during this time. About 1% of women will experience premature menopause, that means, or premature ovarian failure, meaning that they will run out of eggs well before the normal age of menopause, sometimes when they are still teenagers. This is one of the reasons why otherwise healthy women need egg donation. Now, how does an egg develop? At the beginning of each menstrual cycle, a group of 10 to 20 primary follicles begin to develop under the influence of FSH. FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. By around day 9th of the cycle, only one healthy follicle normally remains, with the rest having degenerated. On approx day 14th of the cycle, a surge of luteinizing hormone occurs, which causes the mature follicles to ovulate approx 24 to 36 hours later. Now, there are different stages in an egg donation cycle. To donate eggs, a donor is stimulated with a synthetic version of the naturally produced hormone follicle stimulating in order to encourage the growth of the whole group of 10 to 12 follicles. This encourages all the eggs to develop to the same stage of maturity as the one egg that would normally be released. Ovulation is triggered by medication and the eggs are surgically removed 36 hours later and placed in the petri dish in an incubator ready for fertilization. Now, what is the quality of an egg? It means how capable an egg is of being fertilized and going through the developmental stages to form a viable embryo. This is largely determined by two factors: the number of chromosomes present within the egg and the energy supply of the egg. As both of these factors tend to reduce over time, age age is one of the biggest factor affecting egg quality in a woman, with the quality gradually declining as she gets older. This is the main reason that egg donors need to be below 35 years of age, the age when the egg quality begins to reduce. Other factors that affect the quality of an egg are lifestyle issues such as smoking, drinking, drugs, medical or otherwise, and please like and subscribe, and if you have any question then write your question in comment box.